Hello, I'm John Barboza from Life Enriching Hypnosis, and you are watching Hypnotism 101. I have easily and successfully reached the 6th-month mark where the effects of a hypnosis technique called Neuro-Linguistic Programming, or NLP, has helped me to refrain from purchasing and eating chocolate candy bars, which I was doing on a daily basis. August of 2023 was when I spontaneously decided to volunteer to subject myself to this technique, and each month thereafter, I made short videos documenting my progress, which I will be sharing with you now. Five weeks ago on Monday, August 14th, 2023, I attended a power-packed 2-day intensive neuro-linguistic programming course. The instructor, Dr. William Horton, was looking for a volunteer who was motivated to stop doing something unhealthy or unnecessary, such as smoking or overeating. I volunteered and stated that I wanted to stop eating chocolate candy bars because it was becoming my vice and I was eating lots of it even when I wasn't craving it. Neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, is a systematic study of human performance, a practical application of how people think. And so before he used the NLP technique with me, he asked if I was sure that I wanted to stop eating chocolate. I hesitated for a split second, thinking about and making sure that I really wanted to stop eating the delicious tasting chocolate candy bars for a year. And then I immediately and confidently answered, absolutely. During these brief seconds before answering him, I stopped myself from overthinking or possibly talking myself out of making these changes, while at the same time I increased my positivity and readiness for change. The positivity and readiness and motivation and commitment overpowered any self-doubt. That, along with the NLP technique used, was enough to stop me on this journey of omitting all chocolate bars from my life for a year. And so the photo of the chocolate bar that you see as the thumbnail of this recording was purchased a few days before the classes started. It began melting in my car, and so when I refrigerated it in the hotel room, it was a little deformed. My intention is to bring this same chocolate bar to next year's convention to show the instructor that I refrain from eating all types of chocolate candy for the entire year, thanks to the motivation, commitment, and readiness to change, along with NLP, a powerful hypnotic tool that's helping me and can also help you change negative unwanted behaviors like smoking, procrastinating, and even eliminating fears. It's been 2 months since volunteering to do something about my vice of buying and eating chocolate candy bars several times a week. Last week, I walked into one of the stores where I would purchase the chocolate bars. I needed an ink cartridge for my printer, and while in the store, I had absolutely no desire to go down the candy aisle. While standing in line at the register, I wasn't even fazed by the chocolate candy that was stacked on both sides of me. It's as though the thoughts or cravings have become dormant, and any TV commercial temptations or offers from others are effortlessly resisted or ignored. It's quite a feat for someone who would immediately submit to the manipulative sales approaches to get me to buy 2 candy bars and get 2 more for free. It took me approximately 15 minutes of being hypnotically convinced to rid myself of all yearnings for chocolate. And I'm looking forward to sharing more about NLP and my experience with you next month. It's been 3 months since volunteering to do something about my vice of buying and eating chocolate candy bars several times a week. An NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming technique, was used to help me to conquer my cravings for chocolate bars. It's been quite successful, and I've definitely noticed the changes, especially when walking down an aisle stocked with all types of chocolate candy. I have absolutely zero cravings or thoughts to buy or even want anything to do with the stuff. This summer, I treated myself to a few hot fudge sundaes just because I wanted something sweet, but having a small bowl of strawberries or blueberries or a fruit smoothie was equally as satisfying. Halloween came and went, which meant that there were hundreds of television commercial ads desperately trying to persuade us to buy their sugar-filled, unhealthy products. And I wasn't even fazed. I had no interest in listening or watching the commercials. In the past, I definitely succumbed to the persuasive techniques, but now it's as though there's a firewall blocking all suggestions to buy or want that poison. NLP and hypnosis are two great tools that can help you to overcome your cravings and habitual behaviors. If you're at the point in your life where you're ready to make some serious changes and you need some help or support to make things right, neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis may be just the things you've been looking for to help you to be happy and healthy. It's been 4 months now since I volunteered to use NLP to stop eating chocolate, which I was eating on a daily basis. I have no cravings whatsoever. And volunteering and being prepared and having the right mindset is what's making this journey a successful one. I'm now taking it to the next level by limiting and omitting other types of unhealthy snacks from my diet. I'm preparing for the new year so that in 2024, I will be eating healthier and exercising regularly, along with keeping up with practicing self-hypnosis daily to keep me focused, positive, and motivated to continue moving forward. NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming, asserts that there is a connection between neurological processes, language, and acquired behavioral patterns, and that these can be changed to achieve specific goals in life. I graduated high school in 1979, and I worked in a factory for 13 years before I decided that I needed to do something else with my life. I remember hearing people say that knowledge is power, and I didn't quite get it, and so I decided to go back to school 10 years after graduating high school to learn and to do something productive with my life. In order for me to do this, I had to be ready. I had to let go of any fears and self-limiting thoughts and just do it. And so I did. I knew I didn't want to continue working a dead-end job, and once I enrolled in the school and saw what appeared to be an endless list of classes I was going to have to take to graduate, my frame of mind was still positive. I had no doubts that I would be able to do this, and I became excited every time I crossed out each completed class, and I anticipated taking the next one until I had more completed classes than uncompleted classes. And I eventually graduated and had a new sense of awareness. And I thought I could do anything I want to do just by putting in the hard work, all while keeping a positive frame of mind. Take from this what you will, and know that you can do whatever you want to do. You can make the changes in your life, whether it's stopping smoking, losing weight, going back to school, or anything else. And know that with each step, new doors open. New opportunities arise, and a better you will be the result of your hard work. Another month has passed, making it 5 months since NLP was used to help me to refrain from eating chocolate candy bars. And it's also a new year. And in last month's video, I mentioned that I was preparing myself to limit and even omit other sugary, unhealthy snacks from my diet, and that I was going to exercise regularly starting in 2024. I revamped my accountability chart, a tool that I use which keeps me focused and motivated to successfully accomplish my goals. You can access the video explaining how to use the chart on the link below or by clicking on the picture which will appear on the screen at the end of this video. If you are one of the millions that make New Year's resolutions and want to succeed at following through and completing the goals, it's important to know that many of you will at some point give up and just stop trying and revert back to your old ways. So in order to be successful in completing your goals, it starts out by having a strong foundation, a strong and thought out plan, and the mindset that refuses to let you talk yourself into throwing in the towel. So be sure to check out the link below or the videos on the screen at the end of this recording, because the more information and tools you have to work with, the better chance of having a successful outcome. I use hypnosis, I religiously use my accountability chart and calendar, and I constantly am working on several goals at the same time, accomplishing many things throughout the year. So when a new year approaches, I'm way ahead of the game and well prepared for successful outcomes monthly, weekly, and even daily. You too can also be just as successful. And all it takes is for you to start right now. Another successful month has arrived since volunteering myself to an NLP technique that was used to help me to refrain from eating chocolate candy bars. It's also the second month of the new year, and I've been exercising regularly, drinking 4 to 6 glasses of water daily, consciously avoiding any temptations to give into spontaneous thoughts of buying sweets like devil dogs, ring dings, hostess cupcakes, and ice cream by making sure I constantly continue to practice self-hypnosis and feed myself with positive suggestions and motivating affirmations. When at the cinema, I'm also able to avoid buying popcorn and Twizzlers by making sure I've eaten and talked myself into keeping away from the concession stand and ignoring the persuasive aromas that tend to tempt me to move in the direction of the candy section, well before even entering the building. Mentally preparing yourself for times of weakness is a great strategy that can make you successful at sticking to your goals of changing your behavior, whether it's avoiding sugary snacks, stress eating, or smoking. Hypnosis is a great visualization tool that can be used to prepare you for such weaknesses, so that when a trigger or stressful moment occurs and you would normally respond by doing something you are trying to avoid doing, like overeating or smoking, the visualization techniques and advanced preparation for handling such occurrences would automatically kick in, and instead of smoking or becoming stressed, you would remain calm and in control and handle the situation differently. I'm John Barboza, and this is Hypnotism 101.